Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Apollo.io contact on InstaMojo payment. So let's suppose I am running an online clothing store and I am collecting all my payments with the help of InstaMojo. Now I want that whenever there is a new payment, a contact should be automatically created in my Apollo.io. Now as I completely want to automate this process, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between InstaMojo and Apollo.io. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, which is trigger and action. Here as my trigger application, I am going to take InstaMojo from where I will receive new payment, and then in my action application, I am going to take Apollo.io where the contact will be created automatically. If you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Apollo.io contact on InstaMojo payment. For this, we are going to create automation between InstaMojo and Apollo.io with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I am an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here a dashboard has appeared showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow, and first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create Apollo.io contact on InstaMojo payment, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and I want to select this all automations and then click on create. Now as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger in a workflow, but as many as action applications as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create Apollo.io contact on InstaMojo payment, which means whenever there will be a InstaMojo payment, I will create Apollo.io contact, which means whenever there will be InstaMojo payment, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So whenever a payment happens in InstaMojo and then action says do this, then I have to create Apollo.io contact automatically. So here in my trigger application, I am going to take InstaMojo V2. Now I have to take my trigger event. So over here I will take successful payment, and now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and InstaMojo V2, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my InstaMojo with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I am going to make this connection, and to make this connection, let's open my InstaMojo account. So this is my InstaMojo account, and on the left hand side where I can see all these options, here I am going to click on the smart pages, and here this is my product by the name designer dress. So I'll click on this three dots and then I'll click on this edit page. Now over here I have to click on this page settings and then click on this webhook. Now I have to remove this previously existing webhook URL, and then I have to go back to Pabbly Connect and copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here in this field. And then I have to select my information to be sent. So over here I am provided two options, failed payment and successful payment. So whenever there is a payment made in InstaMojo, I want this webhook to trigger the workflow. So I'll select this as successful payment, and then I have to click on the save and update, and then click on the save and update. Now I have to go back to Pabbly Connect. After making this connection over here, I can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now this means so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission for which I need to make payment in my InstaMojo. For that, let's open my InstaMojo. And over here I'll click on this three dots and then I'm going to click on this view page. Now I'll click on this pay now and then I'm going to enter some dummy details in all these fields. After making this payment, if Pabbly Connect capture this response, this means the connection that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between InstaMojo and Pabbly Connect, that is successful. So here let's say my first name is latest, my last name is user, my email address is latest@pabblytudes.com, and then my mobile number is this. Now I am going to click on this proceed to pay and then I have to select my payment method. After this I am going to enter my card details and then click on this pay 9. And then I have to enter the OTP that I have received on my number and then I have to click on this submit. Now here the payment is successful and now these details should be captured in my Pabbly Connect. So let's open my Pabbly Connect and here I can see that I have instantly received the response. The payment status is success. The payment amount is ₹9. The name is latest user, email address is latest@pabblytudes.com and this is the phone number. Here as soon as I have done the payment, I received the response in my Pabbly Connect workflow. The connection that we have created with the help of this webhook URL is successful and now whenever someone will make the payment in InstaMojo, I will start receiving the response here in this workflow. So now moving on to the next step, whenever there is a payment in InstaMojo, I want to create Apollo.io contact. So here in my action application, I am going to take Apollo.io and then in my action event, as I have to create the contact, I'll take that. Now I'll click on this connect and if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then to make this connection, we have to enter the API key. So over here, the hyperlink is given and I'll click on this hyperlink. And then on the left hand side, I can see this API keys. So I'll open this and then I'll click on this create new key. So I'm going to name this key as, let's say, testing 6. And then in the description, I'll write integration 6. And then in the APIs, I have to select this as contact create and then click on this create API key. So here I am provided with this API key which I need to copy and simply paste that API key over here and then click on this save. So Apollo is connected with Pabbly Connect and now I have to enter all these details. So I am not going to enter this manually. Instead, I am going to use a method called mapping, which means I am going to enter data from my previous response. So here I have received my response from InstaMojo and when I click on this first name, I can see this InstaMojo and when I click on this, I can see all the response that I have received from there. Now over here in my first name, I can see that I have received my response as the full name. Here I want to enter the first name and the last name separately. For that I need to use one more action step and I have to click on this add action button, in which I am going to search for a feature by Pabbly which is text formatter. And then in my action event I have to select this split text and then click on this connect. Now over here I have to select the text that I want to split, which is the name of the lead. And then in the separator, I'll follow this help desk and enter the separator as space. And then in the segment index, I have to select this as all and then click on the save and send test request. Now here I have separated my first name with my last name and I can easily enter both these details in my action field now. So here in my first name, I'll click on this text formatter from where I have received the response and then I'll click on this latest. And then I will follow the same process to enter the last name, which was user, and then I have not received the response for the organization name. So in my organization name, for now I am going to enter the mobile number as this is a required field, and then in my email address I have received the response as latest@pabblytudes.com. Now titles, contact stage, website URL and address are not a required field, and also that I have not received the response for these fields. If you have received the response and you want to enter these details, you can enter following the help desk given below these fields. Now over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if we have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I simply have to scroll down and then click on the save and send test request. And here I can see that I have received the response and this response is a positive one. I have also received the contact ID of this lead. So I need to open my Apollo account and check whether this contact has been created there or not. So over here in this people section under this saved, I have to search for the contact. So let's refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have created this latest user. The email address was latest@pablitudes.com. The phone number was this. And now to check whether this automation is working perfectly fine or not, let's open my checkout page again and fill some other details in this form. So I'm going to click on this pay now and then I'm going to enter some other dummy details. So let's say my name is Edmin, my last name is user, my email address is edmin@pablitudes.com and then my mobile number is. Now I have to click on this proceed to pay. And then I have to select my payment method and then I have to enter my card details, after which I have to click on this pay now. And then I have to click on this submit. Now as soon as this payment is successful, I should create a contact in my apollo.io. So let's open my Apollo account and let's refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have instantly created this admin user. Also the email address was admin@pablitudes.com and this was the phone number. Now to summarize, we took InstaMojo V2 as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We made a payment in my InstaMojo and received the response over here, after which we need to create contact in apollo.io. So we took our action application as Apollo where we made connection with Pabbly Connect and entered all these details with the help of mapping. Simply clicked on the save and send test request and received the response as these contacts been created in my apollo.io. So we have successfully created automation between InstaMojo V2 and Apollo with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.